This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for September 12, 2025. It's currently September 8, 2025, 11:09 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $648.83, that's USD. The shuffle video for the September 12th reading was created on September 4th, 2025 at 11:27 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video playing for you here. If you're new to the channel, what we cover in these daily videos is the timing of the highs and the lows for the day, as well as the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events. And usually we're able to give you the overall trend for the day. At the end of the video, after we do the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events, we give you the clearest trade that we see for the day. But it's important to understand, guys, the timing, there's thousands of these daily readings. And the timing is usually on point to the hour, sometimes even the minute, but there's plenty of cases where you're going to need to give it the timing plus or minus an hour or two of wiggle room. We're predicting the sequence of chart events over the timing. And that's because these cards going left to right across the board are timeline cards. They represent about an hour of time each, but not each card's energy will necessarily line up perfectly with 1 hour of time. And for that reason, I do not recommend trading this information alone. Only trade this information if you have access to the game-changing services, the live Discord trade alerts for day trading and swing trading SPY, as well as the chart drawings. I show you how to get that at the end of the video, my friends. So the overall trend in chart behavior, we have a lot of volatility. There's a prominent peak on a multi-day scale here that'll stand out, or at least on a one-day scale, there's a peak that'll stand out within the period of volatility. Probably multi-day scale, because the high card is the Ace of Wands, indicating that we decline from a multi-day resistance at the high, and then we should return back to that resistance level later in the day or in the following day, or in the not too distant future. Behavior around the lowest low, we have a crest that turns over and we decline to and through support. We do a U-shaped reversal below that price level, creating the low, and then we break out to the upside and reuse that price level as support. I'm advised to trade around the chart behavior of bumping along resistance sideways, maybe breaking through, but bumping along resistance sideways overall is the chart behavior to look out for. Now, the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events and the trades, I'm going to get into that in just a moment, but let's make sure you're aware the whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill, and we do that by following through on the rule of karma. It's a threefold agreement, an honor code agreement between those of you using this information to gain and the team of us putting out this info. So 5% of all profits should be donated forward to a charity through one of these links. You're transmuting that energy, that negative energy, into positive goodwill. You're also expressing faith in more to come by paying it forward. 5% of all profits should be donated back to the channel through one of these links. It's a way to say thank you, and gratitude begets gratitude. It leaves you at 90%. Keep your conscience clear and only spend that 90% out of love. Following those three rules gives you faith in more to come, gratitude for what you have, and a clear conscience to allow the flow of abundance to continue on coming to you. These are key concepts for manifestation. So be that person with integrity, those beautiful, beautiful people. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's finish up this reading. So in the pre-market, we have a decline to and through support. We meet another support, and then there's an attempt to establish support there with sideways rotation, doesn't hold, and then we break down through multiple support levels into a low right around the open. There's a rally out of the low into a high there around the open. We should see bumping along resistance sideways at a high in the first half hour or out of the open. And then we revisit with sideways rotation in the first half hour and a sharp drop that stands out in that sideways rotation. We revisit a low. This is a very tricky day, guys. This is going to be a lot of back and forth, up and down. So the timing will likely be a little, you might have to give it a little wiggle room. But in any case, we go from a low to a high to a low before 11 o'clock, and then back to a high before 12 o'clock. So there's out of the low, a sideways fluctuating rally preceding a decline, and then that decline takes us, turns into a move to the upside into a high just before 12 o'clock, it looks like. That's followed by a decline through multiple support levels between 12 and 1, or maybe starting around 1 possibly. But that's followed by a move to the upside, bumping along resistance sideways, creating a crest or peak that we sell off from pretty notably between roughly 2 and 3, probably around 3 o'clock. Matter of fact, it might even, it's hard to say. There's a crest in there between 1 and 3 o'clock. There's a crest in there, or a peak, I should say, that we sell off from pretty notably, and then a sideways fluctuating decline in the last hour preceding a notable move to the upside. So a notable move out of a low in the last hour, maybe right around the close, to the upside. More movement to the upside with like a high in the post market or high the following day. But that's SPY for September 12th, 2025. My friends, this was today's chart. This wasn't our best trading day, but we had entry here, we had an entry here, we had official exit here right before the close. So that's pretty solid stuff, guys. You can see on the live Discord trade alerts, close longs here to be safe. That was 3:52 p.m. So like right here. So you get those game-changing services as well as the earliest access to any of our public posts. You could have watched this video if you had early access. You could have watched this video on the 8th of September. You go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions. 5% of all, the early access subscription is our intro subscription. It's $150 a month and gets you all those game-changing services and the expertise. You can ask me questions any time of day. $150 a month. You make it back in one trade, my friends. Much love and appreciation to everybody that does that. You guys supporting the channel are the reason we keep putting out this content. And blessings to all my angel investors. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.